Just like Paige said on Raw, I'm back. Welcome back to the show of all shows. Welcome back to the JT and Candy show. For all of you out there who are new watchers out there who just clicked on this video just to click on it randomly because you love wrestling just like we do, just like I do. For all of you out there who just clicked on this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button because you are about to get on a ride of all rides, the roller coasters of all roller coasters. I am taking you on a ride straight down into the depths of hell because all of you out there, you're about to enter the war zone. You have just entered the war zone. Welcome. There is no exit. So once you've entered, there's no returning. So you might as well sit back, hit that subscribe button, share this video while you still can, and listen in to your Monday night Raw review with your host, JT. Today, Monday Night Raw was a bit interesting. Monday Night Raw comes waltzing back into our lives tonight. Just 1 week after Survivor Series, where SmackDown got their asses whooped, courtesy of Triple H. So tonight, Monday Night Raw comes straight from the Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville, Tennessee, featuring all the latest build to your upcoming pay-per-view Royal Rumble scheduled for late January of next year. So, we start Monday Night Raw with a video package, and in that video package, we get I guess they're starting this whole feud with Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns, and so they made this little video package for the both of them. Just recapping, what started the feud, what happened afterwards, all the crap that nobody really wants to see. But they give it to us anyways because they got nothing else better to do than to open up Monday Night Raw with Braun Strowman and Kane. And after all that, we get the champ himself in the ring, standing in the ring, Mr. Roman Reigns. You know, he's standing in the ring, he's holding the belt, he's looking all high and mighty because he is the champ, the big dog, Roman Reigns, the leader of the pack, the final piece, the final member of the Shield, Roman Reigns. How we missed you so much.
And y'all know The Miz, he says a lot of stupid stuff, but one thing he said that's true is this title is prestigious. And as long as I have it, it's gonna stay that way. Because I'm not like The Miz, I'm a fighting champion. This is my yard, and this is the title. So the rules are simple, boys. If you want this, all you have to do is step up and take it.
How dare you disrespect the most must-see Intercontinental Champion of all time?
The only thing worse than this pain in my neck is the pain in my heart seeing you walk around with the Miz's title.
It ain't the Miz title no more, buddy.
And thanks to you and your friends, we're in no position to avenge injustice.
Of course you're not.
But we know somebody that can.
Hello, I am Elias. Now please hold your applause. I will be performing later tonight.
Are you fucking kidding me, Elias?
You see, The Miz is a good guy. So when I saw these two poor souls lost and abandoned after their leader fell in defeat, I knew I could guide them. I knew I could show them the way. And I knew I could ignite that fire that once burned in your hearts.
You gotta be kidding me. The Miz is gone now. The Elias is
And tonight,
the leader of the Miz Parade.
I'm going to take that Intercontinental Championship.
It sounds like Elias wants to walk with the big dog. You got it. But before we do it, I want you to look over there at Curtis Axel. I hope you can sing with one of those neck braces on, because after tonight, you might have to wear one.
Well, Elias steps up. I hope General Manager Kurt Angle makes this championship match official for later on tonight.
Well, there you have it, guys. You heard it from the big dog himself. He's going to defend his title against Elias. Looks like Roman Reigns is going to be walking with Elias and the Miztourage 2.2. Or should I say 2.0. Honestly, I don't know what they're doing with Roman Reigns and Elias. I'm guessing they're doing this because I think the Miz is going to take time off from WWE to film the next his next movie. I think he's going to go film I think the Marine Part 25 or Part 30. I don't know how many of those Marine movies they've already made. I haven't seen any of them. I take that back. I've seen the one with John Cena, and that's the only one I've seen. But while he's gone, we're gonna get a feud between Elias Sampson and the big dog Roman Reigns. That was gonna be later on for the main event of Raw. You're gonna get the big dog versus the big mouth. So as Roman Reigns is you know, in the ring celebrating his greatest promo of all time, not his buddy Seth freaking Rollins comes out, and I guess he's setting up for his match against Cesaro, and you know, as they're walking, as he's walking to the ring, and as Roman Reigns is walking out of the ring, he kind of gives Seth Rollins, his former Shield member, a fist bump.
No doubt about it, Corey. Roman Reigns is going to be, as he always has in his career, a fight. Said he had many things to be thankful for
You have it.
last week, including, and there's
Seth
the architect,
freaking Rollins.
Seth. It continues for Rollins
Fist
tonight.
bump. Here we go.
It'll be one-on-one tonight because Cesaro's partner Sheamus is taking his annual Sapage & Company in a 6-woman tag team match. And there is Seth Rollins set for one-on-one action with the Swiss side.
Making its way to the ring from Lucerne, Switzerland, it's Cesaro.
This has been
So, I don't know how many times Seth Rollins and Cesaro have to face off against each other. I don't know how many times Dean Ambrose and Sheamus have to face off against each other. I don't know how many times Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and the Bar have to go one-on-one against each other. But I could have swore this is like the 100th millionth time they've wrestled. So, you know, you're watching the same match you've watched for the last probably 6 months already. You could get Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. They have a pretty good match. You know, I want to say every match they have is pretty good. There's never a bad match when it comes to these two, but I mean, how many times can you have them wrestle against each other? It's getting ridiculous already. At this point, nobody wants to see it anymore. Let's get into the match. We get Cesaro. He gets in the ropes. He begins to you know, beat on Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins fires back. You know, the referee John Cone has to separate Cesaro and you know, Seth Rollins, and of course, you know, with the distraction, Cesaro takes full advantage and starts to suplex Seth Rollins. You know, he suplexes him stomach first over the ropes to send him to, you know, whenever the match starts, I hate it when a match starts and they start wrestling and this happens and that happens, and then right when it starts to get interesting, they go to commercial break. And of course, like, when they come back from commercial break, it's always the opposite person that was getting his ass whooped is pretty much on the offense. It's always the same routine, never different. That's always the same shit, never. So after they get back from the commercial break, Cesaro is in control with an abdominal stretch lock on tight in the middle of the ring. And we get Seth Rollins. He manages to slip out of and try to drag, but Cesaro is right on him and knocks him to the mat before throwing repeat knees to the ribs. Rollins drags himself up the turnbuckle. Then the Swiss Superman lands a shoulder block and sets him up to the top. You know, we get a lot of back and forth. You know, we like I said, we're getting the same match we got, you know, weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. You know, long story short, Seth Rollins defeats Cesaro via pinfall with the ripcord knee strike. I don't know how many times these two are going to wrestle. Last week on Raw we had Dean Ambrose versus Sheamus. This week on Raw we have Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. Next week on Raw we're probably going to have, I don't know, Dean Ambrose versus Cesaro. And the next time we have Raw, we're gonna have Seth Rollins versus Sheamus. I mean, and then this is all gonna lead up to one big old match with the tag team titles on the line. I'm guessing, right? So up next we get Samoa Joe versus Titus O'Neil. I don't know who Samoa Joe pissed off in the back, but he's been getting a lot of matches, like in the mid card, where instead he should be in the main event. But like I said, I don't know who he pissed off to get put in that situation. But last week he faced Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews pretty much got his ass whooped. He got put in the coquina clutch. Titus O'Neil didn't like that, so he got involved, and the same thing happened to him. So this match pretty much follows up last week's Raw, and there you have it. We have Samoa Joe versus Titus O'Neil. From start to finish, Titus O'Neil, he did not have a chance with Samoa Joe. I don't know what the hell he was trying to do, but he had no chance in hell. They both go back and forth. Titus O'Neil tries to hit Samoa Joe with some of his offensive, and Samoa Joe counters and hits him back, and they begin to go back and forth on the ropes, and somewhere in the match, I guess the referee got hit or whatnot, and Titus O'Neil got distracted, and Samoa Joe put Titus O'Neil in a coquina clutch, which of course Titus O'Neil tapped out. Who wouldn't tap out? Who wouldn't tap out when they're put in the coquina clutch? I know I would. I wouldn't even last 1 second. So I guess Apollo Crews tries to come to the defense of Titus O'Neil, and he tries to go for a kick on Samoa Joe. He misses, and Samoa Joe puts him in the coquina clutch, and there you have it. Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews from NXT are your new #1 jobbers on Raw, because that's exactly what they are. Nothing but certified jobbers. But we can go ahead and skip ahead from all that, because after all that we get the women of WWE. We get Alexa Bliss, we get Sasha Banks, and we get the new stable, the new women's stable on Raw. Let's watch the clip. Play the video, monkeys.
Hostile environment.
Thank you. That's what a real champion does.
They really did. You got stolen. Alright, there's a Bailey. Oh, this isn't going to be good. But there is Paige. Rose on her right and Deville on her
Does
left.
not miss Paige.
Hi, Sasha. Good to see you. First of all, you look great.
I know I missed her.
What happened to Mickey and Bailey? Oh! Oh, well, I guess I'll see how Bailey's doing. Oh!
I'll
tell you
I
what,
guess that
I
makes
love
this
me some
into a
Mandy
handicap
Rose.
match, right, ladies? Okay, alright.
I don't know about the
At
other
the
girls.
supermarket, at the airports, I was the woman to stick the flag into the ground. I was the matriarch of the WWE Evolution. And guess what? I'm back.
Alexa did. Well, Sasha's not pledging her allegiance. Apparently, to anybody.
So
Now
Paige
just holding
tries to get
Sasha Banks
Sasha
prone
Banks to
to
join
Paige,
his
and Sasha
stable,
trying
and
to
of
fight
course Sasha
back.
Banks
Trying to
being
take the fight to her, but again, the
certified jobber
numbers.
she is as well, says no and gets her
Now
ass
Sonya
whooped.
with a kick.
Gets her ass handed to
Ooh,
her.
Rampage. It's a release from all consequences and penalties. That this is about to be a whole.
There you have it, guys. The return of Paige. It's been a long time coming, but finally we get Paige back on Raw. From getting suspended from the WWE to having all her naughty videos and pictures being leaked on the internet for everyone to see, to her and Alberto Del Rio getting into a big old fight at the airport and almost getting arrested, to possibly getting married to Alberto Del Rio, to breaking up. Paige finally returns, and she did not come alone. She came with Mandy Rose and well, you know what? I'll be honest with you, I forgot her damn name. All I see is Paige and Mandy Rose. The other girl needs to get replaced by somebody else. But there you have it, the return of Paige. How we did miss Paige on Raw, because everybody else has been just cringe-worthy to watch, and I'll be honest with you, we all missed her. And I like that she came back as a heel. I like that she came back as a badass. And this is just the beginning of the end for every single woman on Raw. Paige is going to be our new Raw Women's Champion this time next year. Just watch and see how glorious she could be. But as much as I want to keep on talking about Paige, we have to move on with the rest of our show. This is the part where things get kind of weird on Raw. This is the part when a man comes out and pretends to be a god. This is the part where we get your demonic weird one, Bray Wyatt. Like I said, this gets real weird, real fast.
Firefly infestation at the University of Tennessee.
Of course,
the year of work.
boy.
The mad, charismatic individual. One of the most guys unholy.
Never fails. He always interrupts somebody else.
I never had a childhood. I never carved a turkey, and I never cared. They tell you what to do. They tell you what to buy. They tell you who to love. I tried so hard. I tried and I tried and I tried, but you never listened when I tried to show you the way.
Is it me or Bray Wyatt's a big old cry?
You're all dead. You're all dead. Can't you feel it? You're all dead.
Now, I don't know what he meant by "we're all dead," but that freaked me the fuck out. He just kept on saying, "We're all dead, you're all dead, you're all dead," and just laughed in the ring. I don't understand his concept. I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know if he's just gone crazy in general, but Bray Wyatt, he should have probably stayed gone. He should have stayed gone, or they should have just they should have just redo his character, because at this point nobody's scared, nobody cares. If anything, we're all just confused, Bray Wyatt, because at this point your brother Bo Dallas is doing a little better than you are, and we care more about what he's doing than what you're doing. So as far as we're all dead, yeah, at this point of the show, as soon as you start to talk, as soon as you start to say whatever you're gonna say, yeah, we're pretty much all dead while you're talking, because nobody really cares. That's how bad you suck. You just kill everybody in the arena. You know, forget putting them to sleep. Put them to death. You gotta be kidding me, bro.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Match.
So we get Matt Hardy.
Back on Monday Night Raw in a matchup that
Now I don't know what this match was about. So I the only reason why I was intrigued from this match is because I guess towards the end of the match, I guess Matt Hardy loses to Bray Wyatt, and then it seemed like Matt Hardy, after he was given the Sister Abigail by Bray Wyatt and lost via pinfall, it seemed like Matt Hardy was it looked like he was a little broken. So it looks like WWE's finally given us a piece of their version of Matt Hardy's broken gimmick. We might be seeing the beginning stages of the broken one himself, Matt Hardy. We might be seeing Brother Nero. The broken universe is about to come back, because WWE is about to unleash the broken. At this point, nobody even cares. I know. Towards the end of the match, while Matt Hardy was sitting on the corner, he was chanting his delete, 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 and we got half the crowd chanting delete, but then like it faded away way too fast. So like I said, I don't know what they're doing, Matt Hardy, if they're bringing the broken gimmick back. It'd be nice to see it, but at this point it's gone on for so long that I think we're already over it. Let's see what else happened in this match. So we get right here, Matt Hardy standing in the corner as Bray Wyatt's walking away.
Street focused Bray Wyatt.
Laser
focused tonight. Don't believe in Bray, Corey. To Bray, they are all dead.
Yeah, right now he's doing the delete thing, and no one's actually doing it. So I don't know. I don't know if the majority of the fans don't know what's going on, or they just forgotten about it, or just over it. So we'll see. So as broken as that was, we get another broken we get a group of broken people, and I'm talking about the broken cruiserweight division that nobody cares about as well. We get Akira Tozawa versus Arya Daivari versus Nomdar versus Rick Swan. I definitely botched every single name on that freaking card. Yeah, you know what? I definitely botched every single person's name that I try to read out. But you know what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the loserweight division. Nobody cares about your loserweight champion Enzo Omari. You know, I watched this entire match again, only because it was a decent match. But what gets me the most, what pisses me off the most, is that you know, they gave it to Rick Swann again. I mean, how many times do I gotta see that dude try to compete for the loserweight championship belt? I mean, come on, like, give it to somebody else now. You know, if you're gonna show Raw what your division has, let somebody else wrestle. Seriously, bro, I'm starting to sound like a loserweight already. Let somebody else wrestle for the cruiserweight title. But you know what? So we get Rick Swann that qualifies for a match against the winner of next week's match, and whoever wins that match will go against Rick Swann, and then the person that wins that match will get a #1 contendership against your loserweight champion Enzo Omori. But you know what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody freaking cares. Yeah. You know, what a horrible way to end a good match.
Omori to the Intercontinental Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
Hello, I am Elias. And I have a question for everybody here tonight. Who wants to walk with Elias?
I want to walk with Elias.
You know, something's been on my mind. The Miz isn't here tonight. Right now, I need you all to silence your cell phones, hold your applause, and shut your mouths. If that's how you're going to be, then I'm not going to do a song for The Miz.
That's some bullshit. Come on, man.
Mr. Raj hasn't slept. Now I'm going to have to start over.
Nice.
I can't even count. And I'll guide you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to the Mr. Raj.
Nice. Here we go, guys. You got nothing else better to do with Bo Dallas. Got nothing else better to do with Curtis Axel.
Wow. You guys were great.
Come on, man.
This Miz would be proud.
Now is the time for applause, everybody.
Come on, do something.
Give it up one more time for the Mr. Raj. So right now, Mr. Raj, I need you to take a seat. In fact, I need everyone to take a seat right now.
And I was impressed. That was like the senior sessions.
Here comes the big dog himself, Roman
Reigns.
Reigns.
The big dog, Roman Reigns, the brand new repeatedly. And as we prepare
Brand
for
new
Roman Reigns for
Intercontinental
Elias tonight, we
Champion.
also learned just a few moments ago. Later on in the night, he did just that, and he won the title. The one title that has eluded him throughout all over
The one title that has eluded him his entire career.
You know, I'm talking about Doc Holliday and Billy the Kid used to listen to songs like that back in the day.
So Intercontinental Championship. Roman Reigns in his first title defense on the right-hand party title from Reigns.
There you have it, man. Roman Reigns versus Elias, the Drifter himself, Samson. I'll be honest with you, I thought this was going to be the main event, and it wasn't. After a long-ass awaited commercial break, we come back and we get collar and elbow. Elias gets a side headlock but Roman shoves him away. Back to the lockup. Reigns grabs the headlock this time, gets shot off and hits the shoulder block again with the lockup. Struggling in it, the big dog gets the headlock, and the Drifter backs him into the corner and breaks dirty with a shoulder thrust. I mean, that's what your typical Roman Reigns match. You know, everything he does is a cookie. It's he's a cookie cutter wrestler. He wrestles the same way every single time. He didn't miss anything if he missed this match. I mean, like, did you think that Roman Reigns was going to lose this match? I mean, why not put over the Drifter himself, Elias? You know, why not let him win this match? You know, give us something new to watch. You know, shock us, surprise us, WWE. But no, instead, what do? You add Elias and Samson himself to forget the Balor Club. You know, there's the Jobber Club, and guess what? Elias Samson just became another member of the Jobber Club. Gotta be kidding me. So after your typical jobber match with Roman Reigns and Elias Samson, we get a surprise. Instead of putting all of us asleep tonight, Samoa Joe instead put Roman Reigns asleep for us because I don't know, he had nothing else better to do.
Successfully defended against Spear. Boom! Roman aiming the University of Tennessee with the Intercontinental Championship. Oh my God! Who the hell? It's Samoa Joe! Who tried us to the power with it earlier tonight. Samoa Joe! He's got arrested Intercontinental Champion. Now some help coming out here to try to break this Coquina clutch. Finally separated, but that's about marking your. Oh no! Look out! And Joe again going right up. Yes. We knew these two had history, but
yeah. So I don't know if WWE has something like better to do, or if they're lost, or they're confused, or whatnot. But they don't know what to do with any of their wrestlers. I mean, first we had the thing between Elias and Roman. Now we have Samoa Joe and Roman. Like, I mean, what the fuck? Like, how confusing is that? You got one feud after another feud after another feud. Like, nothing's ever the same. It's always so different. It's always so confusing. It's like Bray Wyatt's promo. We're all dead. We were all dead after this match as well before Samoa Joe came out and saved us from the Roman Empire. The dictator himself, Roman Reigns, needs to go away as well. Nah, I'm just kidding. I like that dude. He's a cool cat. So, like I said, I don't know what they're gonna do with Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe. The last thing I wanted to do is see Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns feud again, but looks like WWE has nothing better to do till Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, but then put Samoa Joe against Roman Reigns. Who knows? You know, we might see I don't know, Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns and Elias in a three-way, I don't know, a four-way, a five-way on Raw next week. Who knows? It might be a tag team. Roman Reigns tags with, I don't know, somebody, and against Samoa Joe and Elias. Who knows? You know, it's so predictable. It's exactly what we're gonna see next week. I guarantee you. You know, tag team match for Roman Reigns next week on Raw. After all that, after 20 different commercial breaks, we get Asuka versus Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke, I mean, she's an okay wrestler. She's okay. I prefer what she was doing on NXT instead of what she's doing on Raw. I don't know how she went from being so watchable on NXT to Raw, to being on Raw, and you know, I can barely stand to see her sometimes, but I mean, she's okay. You know, she tries, she does wrestle, decent, but you know, Dana Brooke is just another member of yours truly Jobber Club. In fact, she's number one. I mean, Asuka versus Dana Brooke. Who did you think was gonna win? You know, I won't be surprised if they have the same match on Raw next week, and the same match after, and after. These two are gonna wrestle for like the next 13th millionth time till Asuka finally gets over with the fans. And I thought she was already over. Ridiculous. So we get Asuka versus Dana Brooke. Dana charges in. Asuka is ready. Asuka puts Dana Brooke in an armbar. Dana Brooke, of course, taps out like she always does. What did you expect? What did you expect was going to happen with these two? Same thing that always happens every single time. But you know what? Let's just for shits and giggles, let's just go ahead and watch this real quick. Let's watch this beautiful entrance from Asuka. Because there's one person that I love to watch and that I don't mind watching. It's Asuka. Here we go, right here.
Big Red Machine Kane live tonight.
Nobody cares. Nobody freaking cares.
The Empress of Tomorrow. Friday for NXT TakeOver, coming to Philadelphia to kick off Royal Rumble.
Profound Booker T, the 523-day reign and beyond. Asuka looking to continue that success.
She's here to try it again.
From Cleveland, Ohio, Dana Brooke.
In Asuka's game, she's been studying some game film. Challenge Asuka again.
Oh, she doesn't think Asuka should
Damn,
I think he's charging Asuka to get tapped out.
Dana didn't think Asuka should even. If you think anybody is ready for the Empress of
just don't point. Because just like that, the Asuka with the Asuka tomorrow continues to be impressive.
Impressive.
Look who's back. Paige, Rose, and DeVille, they call themselves.
I don't know how they'll see more Paige or Asuka.
Asuka, could it be more of the same? They have circled the ring. Absolution.
So we get
And you have to wonder if Asuka is ready for Absolution.
Are they going to jump Asuka or are they
backing off? Absolution backed off. Why? She obviously knows better than to turn her back on DeVille.
For Asuka.
Nope, Asuka ain't dumb. She's going to smile, look sexy and pretty, and she's going to walk out slowly from the ring and not get her ass whooped just like every single other diva got. Do I even need to mention the main event? I mean, do I even need to mention Jason Jordan versus Kane? Well, for all of you who didn't watch the match and you missed it, I'll just read this small little article real quick. So we get Jason Jordan versus Kane in our main event. Nobody wants to see Jason Jordan and nobody wants to see Kane. Kane tosses Jordan aside, but Jason comes from behind with a waist lock and gets caught with a elbow diving lariat as he managed to pick off the Big Red Machine. Rams him into the corner, double leg into the opposite corner as well, shoulder thrust, but Kane blocks the back suplex neck breaker and throws Jordan to the floor where he clutches the injured knee. I mean, how like, I know Bray Wyatt, beat the crap out of him, but he didn't do it to the point where he could be injured for like the next 3 weeks. I mean, Jason Jordan is like milking this injury. He's always at 100%, then he's always not at 100%. Like, make up your mind, dude. Either you're at 100% or you're not. So Jason Jordan clutches to the injured knee. Referee Chad Payne counting. For the 10 count, Jordan's trying, but Kane wins via count out. So Mr. Crybaby himself, Jason Jordan, can't come back to the ring because of his little boo-boo that he has on his knee from Bray Wyatt. I mean, this match was pathetic. Pathetic. Crybaby Jason Jordan lost via count out. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Really?
So I guess after a commercial break, after Mr. Crybaby can handle a big boy match, we get a Finn Balor versus Kane. Finn Balor gives Kane a leg kick. Kane gets the goozle and lifts him up. Balor slips out and drop kicks. You know what? Nobody cares about this match. Nobody cares. Finn Balor wins via a disqualification. So nobody can win or lose evenly. Jason Jordan lost via countout. Finn Balor won via disqualification. I mean, at the end of the night, all of this was set up for Braun Strowman to attack Kane from behind. We get Kane and Braun Strowman back and forth, but at the end of the night, just like at Survivor Series, Braun Strowman stands tall and poses for the crowd. That was your Monday Night Raw. That was your Monday Night Raw main event. This show was, I'll say an 8 out of a 10. But, what did you expect from Monday Night Raw? I mean, what did you expect from WWE themselves? So, I'm going to end this show by saying that WWE needs to go back and WWE needs to go to the back. They need to rewrite this entire thing that they're doing with every single superstar on Raw, and they need to change things up quick because what they're doing right now is not cutting it. And slowly but surely, if you're a wrestling fan like I am, we're gonna go from watching WWE to laughing at WWE and just watching something better, something more creative. Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, the Bullet Club, Kenny Omega himself. Others have claimed, but this is the Kenny Omega of podcasts. This is the Kenny Omega of shows. This is the JT and Candy show. This is your exit out of the war zone. Subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you like this video. Share it with your friends. You know, subscribe, even if you don't even like this video, even if you didn't watch the first 5 minutes, even if you just watch the intro, just subscribe to this channel. The bigger we grow, the better. The more content I can put out, the better. So I'll see you tomorrow for your WWE SmackDown live results. Until then, have a good night. Subscribe. If not, I'm gonna come out there and I'm gonna lay the SmackDown tomorrow on every single jabroni out there who watched this video and did not subscribe. Oh, by the way, this is the Kenny Omega of all Kenny Omega shows, jabroni.